Imagine a wall of just Atletico kits. That might give off the wrong impression. Or would it give off the right impression? Because like the whole time is they're there to take the piss out of Atletico Madrid.
Depends where the money's being sourced from.
Do you know, like I kind of like Atletico Madrid a little bit. I like them as like the dirty team. Like their team's dirty cunts. I kind of like them.
Thought I liked them, don't like them. Anti-football.
What I that's what I mean is like it's they're full on shithousery, and I'm kind of here for it. But I'd find it. I wouldn't like it if like a load of other teams were doing it. I like it purely because it's the one team that's doing it.
But if they were going in for heavy challenges, fair enough. They're rolling around on the floor like two little 5-year-old girls.
That's what I mean. They act like pussies and then act like hard guys in the exact balance, perfect balance of shithousery.
I can't get
like
behind
if you do it to them, they're rolling around like pussies, and if they do it to you, they're gonna crunch you.
I can't hack them. I don't think they don't deserve Champions League football. They don't deserve to be.
I don't think they're not going to get it this season, are they? I don't know. Last time I checked, they were like kind of mid-table. Like they weren't doing so well this season.
I mean, from when we played them last season.
I feel like it's a joke that people like. I see people saying is like, oh, should Simeone get sacked? It's like regardless of what you think about Atletico, like was it last season he won the league or the season before? I think it was the season before. Like 2 seasons ago, he wins the league he wins a league with a third team in a 2-team league. And 2 years later, they're like, "Oh, sack him because he's having a bad season."
But that's just standard social media presence.
That's true.
Day, isn't it? Like modern fans.
No patience, is it?
No patience. It's like I feel like I'm in a FIFA lobby.
Yeah.
Only I can see all the comments flowing through all at once.
Yeah. No.
And some of the opinions are absurd. What did I see?
Yeah.
What was it? I seen something about James Milner the other day, and it was, I'll come back to it when it pops back into my head in about 45 minutes.
I like that he plays into the character that was created for him. The whole boring James Milner. I quite like that he plays into that character.
I feel like he had the character, yeah. I feel like he was sat there going, pricks. That was me retirement.
It's gone now. He's been forced into it early. Has he been playing much this season? Been alright.
He has, to be fair. However, our midfield's been crippled.
That's true.
He played quite a lot, to be fair. He gets a lot of stick considering he's 37.
Yeah, I feel like you got to get a lot of flack because it's not like it's the level that he's playing at 37 is unreal, to be fair.
Oh, it's fantastic.
He's never been like he's obviously not playing at like a Ronaldo level, but obviously he's never been like you can't expect that.
Oh,
they're a completely different position and everything. Like the work rate that he puts in at 37 is phenomenal.
Oh, absolutely. But I know what I'd rather have at the age of 37. I'd rather have a 37-year-old Jimmy Milner than I would a 37-year-old Ronaldo at the moment.
Why?
In this current Liverpool squad.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Ronaldo
I suppose you've got a striker. You don't need a.
If for example Darwin Núñez had fell through, we hadn't signed anybody else, and Sadio Mane leaves, and Firmino's not.
Firmino's picked up this season. I wasn't expecting him to score.
Up.
He's been fairly prolific this season, actually.
But then he would have been your focal point. I think Ronaldo would have went with a Firmino behind him.
Yeah, you need a different setup to what you had with Ronaldo.
See, James Milner offers more. We can't exactly expect Ronaldo to be happy playing left back or right back.
Yeah, I was going to say James Milner just kind of does whatever. He's the sort of player that I feel like every team kind of needs one.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Like a lot of teams don't have that, and it's one of those, like, even if you said like he's not going to excel in any position now as his age, but he's competent in like near enough every position.
No, but what he brings that added bit of there's a lack of complacency from behind the scenes from all the kids and stuff in the training because of how elite he is.
Yeah, no, that's fair. He's definitely like more professional than most modern players. I don't think there's going to be many players like him going forward. Like, there's not many players that are going to be... There's not many players I can see, like, in terms of athletically, I can see them having the longevity, but I can't see them, like, having the professionalism to cover that long.
Well, if you think about all the thousands and thousands of players over the years that there's been,
yeah, that's true.
Can't think of that many.
No, there aren't many that went into...
Like, he's in a very small percentage of players already who have got that longevity.
Yeah, I think it's difficult because like the technology now allows them to go longer. So like if you were looking like where like now you can go to like 36, there's like a general rule.
But would you not argue that
you'd be like 32 maybe, and you'd be kind of washed.
Would you not argue that that's just new training regimes as opposed to the equipment?
Oh yeah, that's like, even if you say like same thing, but like realistically, if you go back to like those players, getting to like 32 was like as like equivalent to getting like 37, 38 now. Because you're sort of getting pushed. Like when you get to 32 and you've got these kids who are like coming through, and you've not got the setup or whatever to keep them going for that long, you're going to get outpaced. Whereas you've got the setup to keep going to like 38 and 39 now. And also young players are taking a little bit longer sometimes to come into the team.
I think a lot of it as well falls down to it though, which it probably goes a little bit under the radar, is 20 years ago you've got the likes of Roy Keane and players like that marauding through people's ankles and kneecaps and
that's
stuff.
True.
So I mean, to get to playing at 37 with those sort of players in the mix,
that's tough.
Is commendable. So
yeah, that's fair.
Now that you've got the likes of Gerrard and all these tackles and everything's been getting looked at, and everyone's turned into big old fucking girls. It was like, sorry girls. It was like, I mean, they can at least they can at least win a trophy.
But it doesn't really count, does it?
I mean, it counts more than the England's men.
Yeah, but they like wouldn't win that one.
I'm back in the England women's.
Nah, like that's it. That's the equivalent of like what's the like the Women's World Cup is like. What's like the version of like the FA Cup? But
Jack Grealish is in the wrong team.
What's the he should be in Ireland.
No.
What's the what's the version of like it's like the FA Cup, but like the Premier League and the Championship can't go into it. Like League One's the highest that can be in it. Like that, whatever that trophy is, like the trophy where it's like, oh, you won, but like it's a shit trophy for like.
League, is that the Johnsons?
I think it was the St Johnsons. I don't know if it still is, but yeah, that trophy, the Women's World Cup is the equivalent of that trophy.
Have you just tried to acknowledge something in the football podcast?
Shit,
that's not football.
Well, this is the thing. So how I'm going to establish it, right?
What was your one rule?
Here's my solution to this rule, right? Women's football isn't football.
But what was that other thing that you just tried to refer to in your argument? No.
The Kickabout trophy.
I mean,
I can't believe I did that. The Kickabout trophy in a football podcast. Are you kidding me? God damn it.
Oh, this is fantastic. I'm made up right now.
It's a good job we haven't introduced this. So I guess welcome to the 9090 Podcast. You got your hosts Joe and Danny over there.
And as you will be quite aware very shortly, Joe just made quite the holler. broke rule 101.
Cancellation income before we start.
May I add that these were his own rules?
God damn it, man. But yeah, no, so I've lost where we were now.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
Should we go into the World Cup then, I guess?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, moving swiftly on.
Like
Spain are.
I feel like we should have checked it. It finished 1-1, didn't it?
I feel like we should definitely check this.
We really should have checked this. Let me just have a quick look here.
Preparation at its finest.
What? So I'm trying to think what. So Japan lost to Costa Rica. So that's an interesting group because Japan is second in that group, right? Oh, hang on, no, Germany scored late. Oh, crucial draw. What? So that looks like is that 1-1.
We got there eventually.
What? So
Yeah.
that puts Germany on 1 point. Costa Rica on 3, Japan on 3, and Spain on 4.
Paul. Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting group because I reckon Japan. I reckon Japan could be one of the teams that just like, obviously they're not going to win, but they could knock out. They could like put out a Germany or a Spain.
I could see that too. There's going to be a couple of upsets in these groups. I can already see it.
Yeah. Well, there already was one. They had Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia.
No,
they
but
kind of got it back with the win.
Yeah,
the other day, but
I feel like they're going to coast that third game.
I think so. Who's against them? Yeah. Why do we not know this shit?
Well, I don't know this because I haven't paid much attention to this World Cup.
So, oh shit! Morocco beat Belgium 2-0.
Did they?
Yeah, so that's a little bit of an upset. Who's in Group F?
Well, how did Canada get on?
Canada lost 3-1, 4-1 even. Sorry.
They looked semi-promising against Belgium in the first game.
They did. I actually did think they looked.
I know they had a lot of shots and just ballooned them into like Stanley Park, but.
So, okay. Croatia 4 points, Morocco 4 points, Belgium on 3 points, and Canada on 0. So what's that? Belgium have got Croatia. Belgium could go out. You know.
Belgium could.
Got Croatia left.
They didn't
Croatia aren't a bad team.
They looked vulnerable the other day. I don't know how they looked in that game.
Well, their defense is a little bit. Like their defense, I wouldn't say their defense is strong. They're quite a top heavy team. Although to be fair, a lot of teams are kind of top heavy. Like Argentina and Brazil are absolutely top heavy teams. Portugal's a fairly top heavy team. Like I think Pepe still plays and he's like 30. He's in like his late 30s.
I don't think he was playing.
Do you know what? I said as this year, like the other week, Otamendi is starting in the Argentina team.
That's hysterical.
That's how like top heavy their team is. Like, how do you have a team with like Lautaro Martinez, Di Maria, Messi, and all that shit, and you end up with a centre back of Otamendi? Like, don't get me wrong, it's got that Romero from Spurs who's sick, and they could have that Martinez from Man United who's decent. But how are you starting Otamendi?
This is funny.
Well, no, I don't know if they dropped. They might have dropped him for the second game because he definitely played the Nigeria game. So, you know, there's that. But whether they changed up tactics, but that's what I mean. It seems like Argentina have always been so top heavy.
Is that down to an injury though? Because I feel like I didn't see his name in the first game. I might be wrong, but
it could be. Like I know Otamendi played it, but like I don't know the full extent of their squad. I find it mad that like teams like that. Brazil, to be fair, Brazil's mad one. They've had a little bit of comeback. Do you remember when they had their two strikers were Fred and Joe? Like how do you go from that? And then they've now still got a Fred in the team. Is that going to be a constant? Is he moving to defence for like the next generation?
That's about as constant as Neymar's injuries.
I don't think he played. He didn't seem to do a whole lot, to be honest, for this Brazil team. I don't even know if he's still like. Do you reckon he's still like the poster child for Brazil? The same way that because like I don't know when he first broke through, he was obviously like the big star for the Brazil team, and he's not really now, is he?
When I see him, I mean like he kept seeming to be picking the ball up on like the halfway line.
Yeah,
I'm thinking, don't you want him in and around the box? Why are you trying to?
I couldn't work out where he was playing because they had Vinny Jr. on the left, Rafinha on the right, and they had obviously Richarlison down the front.
Oh, yeah.
So whether he's playing like behind Richie or whether he's playing like somewhere in midfield, I couldn't really work out what they were doing with him.
Do you feel like he was too deep at times when they needed?
Yeah.
They needed him forward.
Yeah. Nah, he's too good, man. Like
he's having a great season as well, to be fair.
Yeah, I think he went kind of. I think for a while he went overrated, and then he kind of dipped, and now I would say he's kind of underrated now.
It's the whole. That's what happens when you got Kylian Mbappe and Lionel Messi in the same squad.
That's a good point. Yeah,
they just all overshadow each other at different points.
Yeah,
I feel like whoever social media decide they want in the hype, like if you want.
There's an extent of like they're all. I'd say obviously Messi's still the best of the three. I would say Neymar is better than Mbappe, at least maybe more consistent.
But that's what everyone's saying now this season. But then let's say for example, next Argentina game, if Messi lights up the World Cup, he takes Argentina for a few games. is it then all of a sudden then going to be all about Messi again until the end of the season? Everyone forgets about the Neymar thing.
That's a weird one. Is like I think a lot of the time, like a lot of them listed like top players and whatnot. I think a lot of them are decided by hype in terms of like actual quality. Like none of the players that anyone would throw in those top lists are like bad players by any means. They're obviously top level players, but I think a lot of people like often underrate or like leave other people out.
Does Jesse Lingard still get regarded for the Young Players Award?
Well, yeah, he's only just coming through, isn't he? He's coming out the academy now.
How old is he? Like 20 now?
22 maybe. Yeah. So he's having a shot. He's not having a breakthrough season though, to be honest. Can't even get off the Forest bench. That's got to suck, hasn't it? It's like you leave. He went to West Ham. Decided like I'm not going to stick with West Ham where I'm getting game time and getting played and people like me. I'm going to go back to United to fight for my place, not get your place at all because you're not of the calibre that you need to be to get into the Man United team, or at least for what the fans want and what they want to deliver. And then go out to Nottingham Forest and not get in that team. Like a team that's come up with got like 40 odd new players, something ridiculous. They just bought a whole new squad, a whole new back room, everything.
Well,
do you think that's a bit odd? Like I always find it like you always see like when like one of the clubs comes up and they buy like a ton of new players and it's like why are you forgetting about the players that got you up there? Like you're not giving any of them a chance. You're just bringing in a whole new team, like a whole new first team, a whole new subs, whole new reserves, like everything. And it's like you had players who were good enough to get you into that league. And now you're just kind of abandoning them. And I get sometimes like some players just don't work and they go back down and they basically just stay at that sports level. But the players who come up, like I feel like sometimes you've got to give them a chance, especially when like because you can't just come in and buy like a whole new team and expect it to work as well. You've got a team that worked well enough together to come up, and then just kind of gets thrown out the window for whatever reason because someone wants like an exciting signing, but then they're not happy with like a couple of exciting signings. They want. Yeah.
Maybe it's like think about like in a general workplace. You might have 3 workers who are great at the job.
Yeah.
But you'll find everybody's fuming with them consistently. There's always something. There's always something to moan about. There's always something to like to bring people down about.
Yeah.
So then you got to think. So like, but they perform. So like to the outside world, they're performing well.
Yeah.
But in the background, there's more to what's going on. So then you bring in all these other players.
Yeah.
The other players, what they're bringing, are they bringing more harmony in the background, and it's more like maybe not necessarily like a personal vendetta, but like the manager's like, or like, and so people are like, oh thank God, I've got someone else in now, so yeah, you can drop down. To an
extent, I get when some players come up and they leave straight away. It's like it's like a higher team, like maybe a mid-table or a top team will be like, oh, you've done well that season, we'll poach you. But like, I also think like, as much as you want to say like harmony and whatnot behind the scenes, I feel like it's hard to get promoted if you're not at least on some level. Like you're not going to get promoted and then be like, oh well, that's like use your dickheads for getting us promoted.
But then, how many times do you see a club just go up into the Prem, get slaughtered and slip back down?
Yeah.
And not to mention, a lot of the clubs in the Premier League now are decent. Like when I say decent, I mean like they're not the Man City, Liverpool levels. Or
no, there's a lot of like once you get to like 8th and below. Realistically, all those kind of teams are kind of in and around the same sort of level.
But I feel like there's now a bigger drop off from that to the Championship.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like the Championship used to be a little bit closer.
Well, in fairness, it is a different game. Like you are like especially the teams that go down. It's like you've gone from playing football now you're playing sports now. It's a whole different ball game.
Oh, so you're trying to hammer home the point again?
That's what I've got to make up for me previous transgressions.
Trying to grovel back now.
Well, yeah, no, I like. like it's like teams will go down and then like not be able to or like they'll fall apart, but it's like the teams that'll come up and it's like, I get you need to buy new players. You play like you're playing a fresh game, but at the same time, like, don't throw all of them out.
Yeah.
I feel like you've got to at least have a couple of standouts. Like even as a manager, it's like, because as a manager you get promoted, you're not getting sacked straight away, are you? Unless it's fucking like Watford, because they're lunatics. Like you're getting it if you get a team promoted, you're getting a run. Like the club's at least going to give you a run in the Premier League to see like, oh, can he do it in the Prem? Because like the worst case, you just end up back where you were, where he was excelling.
Yeah.
And it's like even if you get relegated in your first season after getting promoted, it's like, well, maybe you weren't at that level anyway, so you can't really blame the manager to that extent. But like, sure, like as a manager, you've got to identify, like, surely you've identified like a couple of favorite players maybe, or like standout players in your team that you go, I'm going to give you a chance in the Premier League to show me what you can do, and then maybe in January replace them if they're crap.
Yeah.
But like then you get a Forrester come in and buy what was it like? I think it was actually like 20. Was it like 23 or 28?
Or 20? I thought it was 21.
I'm sure it was more than that. I think it was like. I'll put it up. I think it was like. Definitely it was definitely in the 20s, and you go like, that's a whole new. Like that's a whole new team, like all round. That's a new first team. That's a new bench.
Well, they've bought more players this season than they've obtained points.
That's a bad season. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Right.
So they've bought twice the amount of players that they've scored goals.
Jeez. What scored goals?
Scored 11 goals.
Oh my God.
They conceded 30.
Bloody hell. Oh yeah, 22.
The only team to concede worse than that, thanks to Liverpool, Bournemouth, 32.
I don't know what it is. Like I can't like Bournemouth for some reason. Something about them, and I don't know what it is, but I can't like.
It's the fact that like you could get the ground on Bargain Bay. It's like somebody got Sim City,
Yeah.
and the map pulled the plug out halfway through the game. What dimensions do you want? Ah, shit! I missed out a note.
Why do they get to call it the Vitality Stadium as well?
Because
like, there's
it's
no
clinging on
there's
for
no
dear
life. They I feel like they're gonna go back down. I don't know where they're at the minute, but they've surely got to go back down.
Surely.
I can't.
It's long as well. A long trip to Bournemouth.
It'd be hard. Who wants to make that trip? Do they like? Do you know? I feel like do they even have a rivalry? Like who's their like derby day?
Me, right now.
Like
I don't want them in this.
I feel like if your team doesn't have a derby day, you should just be booted from the league altogether. Like not like a derby day as in like within the league, because like obviously a lot of teams their local derbies are like in different sports, but I feel like if you're just in the entire like pyramid and you've not got a legitimate rivalry, you should just be kicked out of the pyramid. You should just be disbanded as a club.
Yeah. Well, I mean, is he Southampton?
Southampton? Are they close enough though?
I think
they might be. Yeah.
I think it's a bit like Liverpool United, but obviously Liverpool United's a big rivalry.
Yeah. No, I feel like no, you can't. They're more like I can't even think of a derby. Like, can you imagine like a fight between like a Bournemouth fan and a Southampton fan?
Well, you're talking that or Portsmouth, maybe Brighton.
I thought Portsmouth and Southampton were rivals, to be fair.
Well, I know, but then where you bring a Bournemouth into the local rivals.
Got that. Even then, though, can you imagine like they're not rivals, are they? Like really, that's like a soft rivalry. Like we've just established Bournemouth have no life, so then they're not going to be going out like.
On next week's podcast, I'll send the update of George Blackeye after an angry Bournemouth, Portsmouth and Southampton fan called them.
So I kind of like Brighton though.
Oh, are you scared of them?
No,
Been there
it's just-
before? I don't want to get bruised up by the Brighton, but it's the Brighton boys.
I don't want Lewis
The
Dunk.
Brighton Ultras.
I don't want Lewis Dunk coming after me. But no, I don't know. Something about Southampton really bore me as well. Do you know, I don't know. I think James Ward-Prowse is a really overrated player.
So do I.
He's a fantastic dead ball merchant. But I don't think he'd like get in a top team or anything. I don't think he brings.
I'm a fantastic dead ball merchant.
Can you take better free kicks than James Ward-Prowse? Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. To be fair,
I'll back it.
do it.
I will.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
How many? If you were in the Prem and you were on free kicks, how many free kicks do you reckon you'd score, give or take, in a season? I reckon.
4.
Okay. I reckon I could put in about 2. Do you reckon how many if you were playing in the Prem, that you pick any team you want, how many goals do you reckon you'd score? I reckon I could
4.
be like a 6-goal a season striker. All the free kicks.
Yes.
Not even ambitious enough to be a penalty taker, no.
Well, actually, I'm going to change my answer. Because I'm a dead ball specialist.
Yeah, you get to take penalties.
I'll take 4. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I've bagged 4 free kicks in a season. I'm on penalties, aren't I?
Yeah.
So, I'm going to... But
Does that take you to 10, do you reckon? No, you don't.
What
'cause you
club
don't
am I
get
playing for? Because if I'm playing for Liverpool, I'm not going to get 4 penalties, am I?
Oh, here we go. Whining about the refs. What's that when Suarez gets a penalty?
But if I'm playing for City, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Might get a few.
No, okay, if you're playing for...
Who am I playing for to get these goals?
Yeah, so free kicks and pens. Okay, do you know what you're playing for? You're playing for Fulham. Don't know why. First like non-crap, but like not top tier club that popped into my head.
And what position do we get to play?
What position would you want to play?
Well,
I'm quite happy playing left wing, right wing, or attacking mid.
I'm inclined to be
or like centre forward, like second striker. That's where I'd be quite happy
so
playing.
that's where I'm playing in the Premier League for full season. Free kicks included with the dead ball specialist.
Free kicks and penalties included.
So okay, so that's 4 free kicks, 2 pens.
6. How many goals do you reckon you get from open play?
1. I'll tell you me thinking.
7. Who do you reckon you're scoring that goal against? Because free kicking pens can be against anyone. Who do you reckon you're getting that open play goal against?
Man City.
What, you just turning it on for Man City?
Oh, absolutely.
Fair. I feel like you probably could for like one. You just have to turn up for one.
No,
game.
realistically, that would be Bournemouth.
But they're taking it heavy.
Yeah.
So far. No, to be fair, I reckon it'd be.
Because we've got to be realistic here, like in fitness levels. I'm not playing the whole 90 minutes.
I like
for the whole
what
season.
you did there.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
Hey, listen.
Yeah,
Brandon. You'll learn about it one day.
Maybe I'll delve into my history.
What history?
I don't fucking know. It's Brandon. I don't get this. I don't know where you've gone with this. This is a reference I don't understand. But yeah, so I reckon if I was a striker in a decent in a mid-table Prem team, I reckon I could bag a hat-trick against Bournemouth.
Yeah, but that's so you scored 3 goals for the season.
Well, I also got penalties, so I'm going to miss all of them. So yeah, I'm going to score 3 goals in the season. No, actually, to be fair, I don't reckon I'd hit a penalty off target. Like they might want to say, I don't think I'd miss the target from a penalty.
Bullshit.
I don't think I'm like putting everything like top bins, bottom bins, but I don't think I'd put a penalty off target.
93rd minute in the Etihad. 37th game. Yeah, neck and neck, 17th, right? So
do you know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna because I know where this is going.
penalty
right?
is gonna save your season.
Here's right.
The team up.
I'm not gonna score the penalty, but it's gonna be on target. I'm gonna Panenka it, but it's gonna be a really bad Panenka. It's gonna be that like Sergio Aguero Panenka, where the keeper's gonna dive and just have time to get up and catch it.
And instantaneously ruin it.
My career's over.
Like, you just find you and Loris Karius on I'm a Celebrity in a few years' time. Just trying to salvage some money back.
Go on 5 and just be like, I'll play for you.
Loris Karius to go and do a bush tucker trial and come back with no stars.
Except
the one spinning around his head because he's claiming concussion.
I actually feel really bad for him because if he actually had a concussion like that fucks up your match, and then your confidence is gone. Because from that point, like even concussed is like you lost that, like he lost that Champions League final.
He couldn't catch a ball before that game.
That's true. That was always one of the things everyone was trashing for. He can't catch a ball. But he was a good shot stopper. That was the thing. He was balanced out. He was a good shot stopper. He just couldn't keep hold of the ball at all.
Yeah, but like you can't have one or the other. Like I'm good at keeping hold of the ball. I'm not a good shot stopper. You're not going to put me in goal, are you?
That's a good point. Yeah, yeah. But that I thought, and I thought from like if you're the keeper and you've got possession of the ball and you're balling out, I thought another player can't like intercept it in the box. Like I thought the whole point. I thought they had to be out the box before they could intercept it from a pass out. I don't know whether I could be completely wrong on that. I could be talking out my arse. Maybe I've just picked I don't know where I picked that up, but like my perception of I thought like if the keeper's he's got hold of the ball there, and Benzema's still in the box and gets a touch on it before.
No, it's just out of the hands.
Okay, fair. That's what I mean. I could easily be talking out my arse.
I don't know whether back in the day, like so for example. Was it Messi and Thierry Henry both scored a goal?
Oh, where they like took it out the keeper's where the keeper's like bobbling it and you just go yoink.
No, I can't remember it was that long ago whether that was a case of had it left the hands already or was that a case of the approaching, because one of the goals, if I remember rightly, was given and one of them wasn't.
So I think Henry's was the one that was disallowed.
But everyone was fuming because Messi's was given.
No, so
but I can't remember whether Messi's.
I think Ronaldinho did it first. I think it was Ronaldinho. Fairly certain it was Ronaldinho done it first, and then Henry tried it and did it exactly the same thing, but they argued like that the keeper had it because the keeper was just two hands bouncing it, so he took it off him. And then I don't know about the Messi one.
The Messi one, he just threw the ball down and Messi ran in front. Took the ball
I think that might count then. Because didn't Nani do that as well?
I'm sure a lot of them have done it by now, but whether they changed the rules back then. But I know they done it for the goal kicks because now you have 2 defenders back in the box.
Yeah,
all that.
But maybe I'm wrong. But that was something because when that goal went in, I didn't understand how that was given, like how Benzema's poked that ball home when like Karius is bowling the ball out and he's still in the box.
No, the only questions I go to him is Loris Karius got a professional contract for our football club.
Oh, I forget. He's still like your 4th choice keeper or something, isn't he?
No, he's not now.
Is he not? Is he?
No,
has he
good riddance. He's off the books now.
I thought. What's he play for now? Let's have a look. Where is?
He's probably working as an apprentice for L'Oreal.
I
know.
Somewhere Newcastle.
Yeah, that was the one.
He's only 29 now. He's actually still okay. Do you know what? I actually kind of hope for him. I hope he has like a Kepa style comeback.
He's only 29. Well, when we signed him, he was meant to be a young keeper. Or when we did sign him, he was a young keeper. So meant to be like
that was like 6
young and promising.
Yeah.
And he's been.
No, he's definitely flopped.
Overwhelmingly poo.
Yeah, he needed someone to coach him how to catch a ball. But no,
could be me. I know how to catch a ball.
I'd like to see him have like a Kepa style comeback, where like Kepa's looked sick this season, He's kind of.
Yeah, but I don't like him. He's a blur.
I kind of like him, you know, a little bit. I don't know why.
Nah,
I kind of rate him.
not having it.
I feel like there's more. There's definitely players like way higher in my list of like I don't like you.
I found it so funny balloon that penalty over the bar.
Oh god, that was such a bad pen. That was so bad.
So bad.
Matt, he gets himself so hyped. Do you know what? I think he's done it twice. Like exactly the same. I don't think he can take pens. Like he runs in and gets like way underneath the ball. I think he takes penalties like he's taking a goal kick. Like I think that's the only way he knows how to kick the ball, is to kick it like it's a goal kick.
Which begs the question: how do people like this get?
Well, in fairness, like that's what you need for a goalkeeper. Like he would not get played. Like imagine him as like a centre mid trying to ping the ball out to your left wing, just putting it out the stadium.
Can't mind. I remember when Pepe Reina played a pre-season friendly and he came off the bench as a centre mid. And to this day, I've still no idea why.
That's mad. I'd actually like to see keepers just playing bizarre positions more often. It'd feel like imagine if your club you had to bring on a keeper in like a random position, and that was just something that you had to do for like the last half hour of every match. So you've still got your actual keeper in goal, but your backup keeper has to come off the bench and play it like.
What? I don't know. It's just a locked away memory. What year would it have been around? It was
Big Brother, like early 2000s.
No, not that. So, Big Brother had started. I remember because I was watching it in So, I remember watching an episode of Big Brother in my nan's the year that was it Amy. I think it was the very first year or second year.
Yeah.
First or second, blonde girl, wasn't it? At the end of that, like really late on, I remember as a kid, changed the channel, and just randomly there was this match, and it was like Zidane's 11 versus Figo's 11 or something like that. It was like two World 11s, like the top two World 11 sides. Stevie Gerrard was in it, but I had no idea whatsoever. No one had even mentioned it. I remember it was just a box game.
Someone was talking about like the greatest like hypothetical strike partner, and it was like Ronaldo, and who was he playing with? I can't remember who he was playing with, and it was like this unreal level of strike partnership that was just magic.
I'm gonna look it up. Take me to
the
office.
Because I remember the game. I remember watching the highlights. I watched it like fairly recently. You know, I want to say like maybe like a month ago.
Really?
Yeah, because it came up with a thing. I can't remember what I was looking for, and it came up with like these, and it was like basically like the classic 11 v the world 11 was like the equivalent. I can't remember like who was who, but the teams were basically like you say, Zidane's team was one of them. Can't remember who the other team. And one team, I think ended up like it's a decent scoreline. Like if you go find that on YouTube, it's probably a sick game to watch. Well, it's a weird one because it wasn't like watching those Legends games where you're watching like 50-year-old players come back and be okay. Like you're watching like the prime version of these players just being like, yes, I'm. Oh, do you know what I think? I think it was like a Europe v South America or something like that.
It was Europe 11 versus World 11.
Yeah. And I can't remember who was up front for the South America, like the rest of the World 11, but it was a phenomenal. No, obviously there was then not fat Ronaldo.
Turn it down so we don't get copyrighted.
That would be a sick game to know more about. Who do you think now? Like, if you were gonna put together, like if you were gonna put together a European 11 right now, who would you put in it? Yeah, so like this is what I mean. But there's also so many players that you'd leave out.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Haaland.
Yeah, that's fair. That's your elite striker, centre mid.
Virgil van Dijk.
Yeah.
Ruben Diaz.
Yeah. João Cancelo, left back probably.
Alisson and goal.
You can't have Alisson, he's Brazilian.
What were we saying? Do you say Europe?
Yeah,
oh yeah,
European.
sorry. Oh, so playing in Europe or European?
Like European.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Like the same concept as this one.
Um,
Who would you have? Who's like the best goalkeeper? That's a hard one, you know. I don't know any European goalies. I don't want to say Pickford, or like.
no, Courtois. Best goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah, of course.
Questionably.
Yeah,
I think it's Alisson,
he'd
but
be
I
up
mean,
there.
it's Courtois.
Definitely like top 3 at least. Courtois.
Yeah.
Who's
Courtois.
right back? You're probably picking, depending on how on your style of play, you're picking either Trent or Reece James. That's like a no-brainer.
Trent, no-brainer. Gareth Southgate hasn't got a clue what he's doing. Lol. But yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold for me all day long.
Who else would you have?
Because you're going in a World 11 here, so all your team are ballers. So
does Ronaldo now?
No, he's on the bench.
Is he too? Yeah, I feel like he's got to be.
He's on the bench. You know, when a World 11 of European, he's definitely on the bench.
Do you not think a strike partnership of Ronaldo and Haaland would be?
No, because neither of them do anything.
Yeah, that's kind of the point. They're both goal scorers, aren't they?
Yeah.
They pretty much like
you can't have one. You can't have both.
You can't
of
have 2 players.
Ronaldo would be on the bench to come on for Haaland, in my opinion.
I would. Would you have?
I'd absolutely.
I don't know if Lewandowski what's Lewandowski's work rate like?
Lionel Messi, regardless what anyone wants to say about him, he's in that team.
Yeah, he'd be in the World 11.
Oh God, yeah, we're doing World 11.
It's still in the European one.
Yes.
We haven't got to start.
Yes, we are.
Who I feel like would Kante still get in the European 11? Do you reckon? Like, would you like obviously you need a solid holding midfielder. Would you let Kante get in there, or is he a little bit past it now? Do you need somebody else with a bit fresh legs?
I think fresh legs.
Mm-hmm.
What is Tchouaméni at Holden?
Who?
It's Tchouaméni from Madrid.
Yeah, he's French.
Is he Holden?
I think so. Yeah, he's kind of like a central. Maybe I think he's more Holden, but he's like he might be a box to box.
We're talking midfield. What's the formation we're going with? Like, because you think
I would
we've
think
got
like
Haaland, so it's
4-3-3.
got to at least no. Because then,
Well,
if you got Haaland, then where are you playing
we've
Messi?
got our back four and we've got a goalkeeper.
But where are you playing Messi?
Messi can't go in the
Oh,
European
you can. I've changed this.
I'm gonna force him in. It's gonna happen.
It's happening.
I feel like. Would you have? I forget his name now. Why is his name escaping me? The other Man City Portuguese fella. The winger, Bernardo Silva.
Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe. What are we doing with him?
That's why I can't believe I didn't think of Mbappe. You know.
Well, I mean, it's because he's a Ballon again.
So he's going on the left then.
Yeah.
Who's going on the right? Are we what formation are we playing?
I think if you've got Mbappe,
is that your 2 strikers? You've got Mbappe
yeah,
and Haaland.
I think
That's a lethal.
I think you got Mbappe, Haaland, and
you've got De Bruyne behind them. So then
yes.
you've got another.
Are you playing De Bruyne
3.
as the cam? Or are you playing him like on the?
I think play De Bruyne behind them, and then we've got like 3 where you have like 3 centre-mids. I think like 3 centralised midfielders because you can have Mbappe running the channels. Like you can De Bruyne will come into the channels sometimes as well. I think that's like a fluid 3 because Mbappe can go on the left, can move out onto the left if need be.
Yeah.
And De Bruyne can come into the right. So then we need 3 more midfielders. That's it. And because we had Tchouaméni, so we have a holding midfielder. I don't know how that Camavinga's getting on.
Gavi.
Is he too? Because I'd say Pedri. I'd have Pedri before Gavi.
I'll go Rodri.
Who? Rodri. Did you say Rodri?
Is it Rodri?
The Man City one.
Who am I thinking of? I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'd have Pedri before I had Gavi. Just on like I think he's like a season ahead of him. Although maybe you could have both. Could you have both? Is that too much? I feel like we're leaving a lot of players on the table with that.
Well, I'm just putting it out there right now. Jude Bellingham's going in this squad.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah, Jude Bellingham. Yeah, that's Jude Bellingham's got it.
Yeah.
Right, so Tchouameni, Jude Bellingham, and then one other midfielder.
A question mark on Tchouameni.
Okay. Do you know what? To be fair, I don't watch Madrid enough to know. I feel like we're leaving some like really really obvious shouts on the table here.
Well, I mean, no, because you've got obviously people would argue Modric, but he's getting on.
Yeah, no, Modric is too. I think he's aged out of it now.
Tony Cruz is far past it now.
Yeah.
Goretzka
could be a shout.
Verratti's probably a bit past it.
Verratti's not. No, we can't. Do you know what? You can't have any Italian players in the squad because they can't even make it to the World Cup. Maybe would be a decent shout. Definitely technically good. He'd work. I think he might be overhyped, you know, that Milinkovic-Savic. I think he might be a little bit overhyped because he's a bit of a hype job. Like, I'm not saying he's a bad player, but
Jude Bellingham, Bruno Guimaraes,
Brazilian.
Fuck's sake! I'm going to geography after this. The weirdest thing is, I just keep forgetting the question. I know he's British.
No, to be fair, I feel like a World 11 Guimaraes.
Are we jumping on the hype train and giving him Declan Rice?
No.
They looked a bit dull the other day.
No, we can't give. I feel like Declan Rice is overrated.
Okay, right. No, that's it.
I don't think he's. I think he's a solid player, but I think he's like he's not 100. Like, do you know what I mean? When people are blagging him, he's like, oh, he's 100 mil, but he's not.
So Jude Bellingham.
Yeah.
Kevin De Bruyne.
Yeah.
Thiago Alcantara. 100% having it. A fully fit Thiago Alcantara goes into anyone's World 11. People.
Okay. Fully fit is technical. His technical.
We're putting our World 11s, yeah.
Unreal.
And if this is for a one-off game,
okay,
he's available and fit and ready for the full thing.
Yeah. Okay. I'll give you that. I can't think. Like. There we go. I think we've got our.
No, because that's so you got Haaland and Mbappe.
Yeah. De Bruyne. Thiago. Bellingham.
So I'm missing one more player.
You're still missing something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. But you know what? I'm gonna throw Pedri in just to. Like, especially like pairing up with Thiago. I think it's going to be like an unreal mix. Is that who you were thinking of?
Yeah.
Rodri. Do you have him in? Do you think he'd got into Rodri into European 11?
No. I was just spitballing the name.
I was going to say when you threw him out, I was like, yeah, he's the Man City guy, but like I wouldn't have him in.
No, like I was just saying midfielders' names out loud to try and jog myself. I thought you were questioning his position, and then you had me questioning it, so I was like, oh my god, is he a left back or something?
Do you think Tielemans?
No, don't rate him. Sorry, Ollie. Finish your question.
No, that's fair.
Your question could have been, do you think he's shit? I'd be like, yeah.
I think he's good, but
he's not shit.
I think he's definitely not. He's not he's getting a hype job right now. Like I definitely think I don't think he's worth the hype that he's getting. He's definitely talented.
Yeah. Are we even what's the word I'm looking for? Are we even entertaining the Paul Pogba?
No. Paul Pogba is not world class.
Paul Pogba is about the level of Balotelli.
Yes. That's exactly the right level.
Yeah.
On any given day, he can be like elite.
He's
like, he can be the best.
Balotelli.
Yeah. On any given day, he can be the best centre mid in the world, no question. But like Balotelli on his day could be the best striker in the world, but he'll like do like one day a season.
Solely for how this midfield's gonna run and how it's already about.
I feel like we need to hold him.
No, I've got it. I think the way it's already set up, De Bruyne, Jude Bellingham.
Yeah. De Bruyne's more. I'd say De Bruyne's more of the front three.
Thiago and Camavinga. Those four.
Camavinga.
Young, but the thing is, I think in an 11 of Europeans, I think
I'm not going to argue. I just don't know. I haven't watched enough Real Madrid to know how well he's performing.
From what I've seen about him, he just looks like he bursts on his he's explosive.
That's
fast, easily. Young
fair.
as well, isn't he? So
No, I'll not argue with that then. So should we do it? Do you want to do the rest of the world lap? We've got Messi and we've got.
Yes, we have. We've got Messi.
We've got Messi. I forgot his name. We've got Salah. I feel like Salah definitely coming on the right wing there.
Yes.
Messi, either as a number 10 or straight down the middle. Is a no.
So
like you can't leave Messi out.
For the start of the front three, he has got to be Neymar, Messi, and Salah, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
And I think you're playing
Vinny,
Messi.
I reckon Vinny Jr. should get on the bench as well. Vinicius Jr. has been smashing it.
I think this one you're playing Neymar left wing,
Yeah.
Salah right wing,
Messi
and
down
Messi
the
down the middle. Because then you're getting the most out of Messi, and you've still got the legs with Neymar and Salah.
Oh yeah, 100%. Right back. How did Dani Alves playing in the Mexican league make it to this World Cup squad? Like, I know he's got the leadership quality and he's probably not going to play, but like, how is that just like, does that just sum up how like lacking Brazil are in the defensive area, that a player who's like way past his prime
What can you think
can still get in the international squad?
Can you think of anyone better?
Well, this is the thing. No. But he's like, isn't he like 38, 39 or something like that? How old is he? You've got that in front of you.
I don't.
That's what I mean. He's playing in like the Mexican league for like
39.
Yeah, so a 39-year-old, like, and especially like where he plays at right back. That's the position where you've got to be getting up and down all the time.
His current team sounds like a Christmas song.
What's his current team?
And Club Universidad Nacional. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad.
But yeah, no, I can't think of like any other Brazilians who are like, I can't think of Brazilian fullbacks that would like, may as well call back Mike on this rate. But okay, so who we having in midfield for your rest of the world? I would actually have Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah,
I think he's showing himself this season, and he might turn out to be like a one-season wonder or whatnot, but so far this season he's playing like he deserves it. Defensively, I feel like
I'm taking Fabinho. Not off this season's form.
Would you have him as like a holding mid or as a centre back?
Oh, holding mid.
Okay. I was just checking because I feel like you've got to have Marquinhos as a centre back. Do you know what? Marquinhos and Romero at centre back.
Are you sure?
Would you? I think Thiago Silva might be past his prime now. Do you know? Because he is like, I know he's like.
But again, are we selecting a team to play one-off 90 minutes of football?
One off 90 minutes, I would think.
So then, surely he's capable of doing it.
I don't know whether he'd hold up now though. Especially like, I feel like if you've got Marquinhos in his prime and you've got that Romero, like Christian Romero, who's like sick. Like I feel like you could play him in a back three, but I feel like you'd miss something in terms of like your level for like a one-off, even for just a one-off game.
Who's in goal? Ederson, Alisson or Mendy? It's Alisson for me.
Yeah, I would have Alisson, then Ederson, then Mendy.
Yeah,
like, Mendy's been off the ball this season. Like, there's no way Kepa gets his opportunity back to come into the squad at all, and Mendy's having a solid season. Although, admittedly, he was injured for a bit, so.
Is Diego Godin too old to get a shout?
Yeah, way too old. Who's the other one that plays with him now? his name escapes me off the top of my head. I want to say like Gutierrez, but that also just sounds generically South American.
Wow.
He played with him at Atletico Madrid. I don't know if he still plays at Atletico Madrid though. I feel like he'd be in with a shout.
Diego. Oh! Did he still play? I think he's retired from the international, isn't he?
Oh, Jimenez. That's the one.
Oh, was that you know what?
Yeah, Jimenez.
Who was I thinking of? Hang on. Diego. Who
are you thinking of? Diego.
It was Diego, wasn't it?
Diego.
It was just like he had a partner for years, lad.
Was it centre back or striker?
Yeah, see. There we go. Wasn't Diego Golden? It's a partnership, I'm sure. Who was he? I battered by this.
I'll be honest, I have no idea. I'm not super familiar with me Uruguayans.
Neither am I, apart from Luis Suarez.
That's true.
And Sebastian
I feel like Darwin Núñez can have a spot on the bench in this team.
Yeah, we'll
like.
Yeah, he can. We didn't actually go through our bench, but we'll come back to the benches.
Yeah. I feel like we probably don't need to put bench together. To be honest, that just seems like a lot of hassle.
What do you mean? We're putting this forward. They're gonna play this game.
Our geography is not strong enough for this. Listen, we've still got a rest of the world team to put together. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
And so far we've got 4 teams to choose from because we can't think of any of the other teams.
Sadio Mane can go on the bench as well. I feel like.
Yeah.
Who else would we have? Who would we have in midfield? We didn't have midfield. Oh, we had Kamara and we had Fabinho.
Yeah.
I can't think of any other midfielders from the rest of the world. Which is maybe. Actually, no. That might be a bit of a jump.
Change of formation.
Because I was thinking they're playing well with.
Change of formations for the world 11.
Okay, go on.
No.
What formation? So we've got 2 centre mids.
A 4-2-4.
Okay, so we've got another striker. We've got another forward slot.
It's going to be Messi
and someone else.
Neymar.
Oh, we could just have Messi dropping in as like a 10 and then you've got 3 striker.
Well, I think it's Messi, Neymar, and it's all that sort of thing. Those two like interlinking. And then Sadio Mane and Salah on each wing.
Okay,
I think Mane needs
work.
More than a
bench. To be fair, because Neymar did used to play as a striker, so you got Messi behind Neymar, Salah. You got your two centre mids. So now we just need a defence, and I am not familiar enough with South America. Although to be fair, we did do the centre backs. I feel like the centre backs we can.
Oh, we've got Thiago Silva. I think, personally.
Do you want to play a back 3 then, or is that too offensive? Considering we haven't got wing backs.
Because you depended on Salah and Mane being your.
Yeah, I just feel like in a fast paced game now, I feel like Thiago Silva's a little bit. I feel like he's over the hill.
Maybe.
I don't know any fullbacks that are South America though. Maybe that Acuna from Argentina. Maybe. I can't think of like that'd be left back. So what's it? Who's you like? They haven't got a good right back. They pick like
Koulibaly.
Past it again.
Do you think?
Yeah.
No.
The last game I watched him in, he might have been like the worst defensive performance I've ever seen in my life. Like he was lazy. He looked like Bambi on ice. And he looked like Bambi wearing roller skates on ice. It was horrendous. Like, I think as much as like I think he's a quality player again, I think he's someone who's been like overhyped. Like he's clearly a top tier like talent, but like he's routinely got rinsed by Salah in the Champions League. At Chelsea, he looks sloppy. Sometimes, and maybe that's how he needs to find his place in the league. But a lot of the time, I think he looks really sloppy.
No, that's fair.
So, do you know what? I'll give him a bench. I'll give him a bench place.
I'm taking Paolo Maldini.
What, the Italian?
Yeah.
For the rest of the world 11.
Yeah, that's what's happening. I'm taking them. That's what's happening. I'm bringing him back into the footballing game.
Why?
Because since he retired, because he's retired, yeah.
Right.
And then
if we need a right back, why not at least just pick like Cafu or something?
I was genuinely.
If we're bringing someone out of retirement.
No, my issue is.
No,
I'm clearly not taking Paolo Maldini. I want to know why he's in this list here.
Do you know?
I want to know why his name has popped up in the current list of footballers.
Do you know who I'm actually putting in at right back for this rest of the world 11?
Go on.
I'm putting Danny Alves in. I can't think of a better right back from the rest of the world.
I hear you.
I feel like I'm lacking. I feel like they're lacking severely. I can't think of anyone beyond Danny Alves.
Yeah, severe.
I actually quite like Sevilla, you know. I think they're a sick team. But admittedly, I think they're in the relegation zone this season. If I'm not mistaken, or they're like 15th or something. They're definitely having a shocker. But yeah, what did you look to find? To find Paolo Maldini in the list to play.
Putting fullbacks.
Yeah, I'm gonna put Dybala on the bench as well for that team. I feel like Dybala, without Dybala, you're missing something.
Dybala?
Yeah, Paulo Dybala.
Is he even playing for Argentina?
Yeah, of course he is.
Is he?
I think he might be injured at the minute. I don't know if he's in the squad. I know he's had an injury all season where he's played 60 minutes and then just hobbles the rest of the match. It's been bad. You can physically see him just hobbling, and it's not good.
Oh, okay.
Like to the extent where you can see him. I think in the last highlight game I watched, he scored a penalty and he was in tears because he injured himself taking the penalty. So he it's one of them where you want to go and celebrate and you're just kind of hobbling over, and it's you can see because it's he's had a nightmare with injuries consistently, and you can just see how hurt he is. That it's as if I've got injured again.
Yeah.
I don't know how they I feel like he needs time when he's on fire. He's one of my favorite players when he's on fire. It's just so hard.
Are we giving Marquinhos a shot?
I put him at centre back, but can he play right back?
So who's our centre backs?
I would go with Marquinhos and Romero.
Okay.
Do you know what's really bad is we've gone for the rest of the world team and it's basically just the Brazil and Argentina 11.
In fairness, I feel like the European 11 they're much better.
That's true. Yeah. This is weird that you're getting a lot of retired players.
I know.
Why is Philip Lahm in a current level?
Wan-Bissaka.
Oh my god, he's Wan-Bissaka. What if? No, that'd be a hard concept. That'd be a super hard concept to do. What if you did an anti-World 11? would Wan-Bissaka get in an anti-World 11?
Yes.
I kind of think he would.
Alphonso Davies.
Oh, left back. Who do we have at left back for? Oh yeah, no, okay, yeah, no, Alphonso Davies. Okay, easy one. Yeah. I'm kind of waiting for Bayern to play PSG in the Champions League. Just because I remember seeing all the rumours about how Mbappe took his girl. Everyone just being is Alphonso Davies going to go into beast mode? It's I to an extent, if that was true, you know full well he's gonna if they play PSG, he's gonna crunch him. Wait, aren't they drawn up together? Or aren't Bayern playing PSG in the next round of the Champions League?
Yes.
That could be a fun game to watch.
Yes, that will be.
That's gonna probably be the best game of the.
Hakimi.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there anyone better?
Not at right back, I can't think. Yeah, no, there we go, Hakimi.
So, and who's that? So Alisson, Romero,
Marquinhos, Hakimi. Who's the left back that we just had? Alphonso Davies. Guimaraes, Fabinho. Salah, Mane, Messi, Neymar.
Yeah.
That's a sick team.
I'm happy with that team.
I'm content with that team and
I feel like people would argue against it based on World Cup squads currently and players that are actually in there.
Yeah.
However, if you assembled the squad that we've announced, I feel like they would beat most of those teams.
Yeah, I think I don't think you're making many changes to that team. Maybe you're having people argue.
People will take all the younger ones, but again,
I feel like you've got to have some experience. This is a one-off game as well.
That's what I'm saying. A one-off game changes everything.
Yeah.
So if all these World Cup squads wouldn't look anything like it if it was a one-off game.
Yeah. Like that's what I mean. It's not like this isn't a tournament like rotation thing. That'd be a decent game. Do you reckon we could manifest this into existence? I reckon if you popped up to them players the same way that like you had that Zidane 11, I reckon you could come up with that. Like I reckon that's feasible. I reckon those players would agree to do it, especially like if you did it at a charity game, like easy.
But I feel like the agents wouldn't allow them to do it.
You don't reckon? Like even as like a pre-season, like here's a friendly game.
I think the agents would all be like the money they could probably generate if they accepted it.
No, but that's what I mean. I feel like if you did it as like a charity game, I feel like as an agent, if you go like, nah, I'm not making my player available for a charity pre-season game, you like everyone's gonna kind of look at you and be like, why are you being a dickhead?
Well, we need help.
We do.
My gosh.
Who do we need to get this to then to make that happen?
And
it's
our faithful listeners. They've been with us all this time.
I don't think anyone's listened to us for this long. To be honest, I don't even know if we're gonna listen to this back long enough to get to this point. We'll forget about this.
Let us know if you've got to this point. If you've got to this point, just tell us.
Oh.
We'll give it a shout out. To yourself.
Yeah. Nice early starters there, I guess, innit?
Well, thanks anyway if you're that, but, you know.
Do we have anything else to go over? I feel like we've got a bit of time. I feel like we could get into something.
Of course. Yeah. We've got time.
No, I think okay, so we can get into this. Who do you reckon wins the World Cup? Who do you reckon's looking the best so far? There's a lot of teams that are kind of like wishy-washy performance-wise at the minute.
I reckon Qatar.
That's not a terrible shout.
It's not, is it?
No.
So, although they've won 0 out of 2 games.
Yeah.
And lost 2 out of 2 games.
Yeah.
And theoretically, in any other World Cup, that would make a team out.
Yeah, this is.
But in a Qatari World Cup.
Yeah, this is an interesting one here.
They're basically Hercule from Dragon Ball Z. I know you might not get the reference, but for the guys out there, this is a Hercule. He's already in the final. So.
That's fair.
So the rest of the competition now is just to see who plays Qatar in the final.
Yeah. So who?
On a realistic note. Spain looks strong.
Spain do look strong. Germany looked. Actually, no. Germany are lacking a striker.
France looks strong.
France do look strong.
Not
right, performance-wise, they look like they're underperforming, but their squad is strong.
It is.
I think they'll slip up somewhere though. I think France will slip up.
Japan could be a dark horse, but they could also.
I feel like Japan will be a dark horse to knock out like surprise teams, but I can't see, like there's no way Japan are winning.
I thought Canada were gonna be a dark horse and then they got beat.
No, to be fair, Canada have been better than they thought they would be, because I could only think of 2 players.
Did they got slaughtered? Did they?
They lost. Well, they beat Argentina already. They beat
Are we
Argentina
saying
2-1.
that they?
Pretty
Are
sure
we
they
saying
lost.
that they go through or no?
I think they lost a late goal. I think they lost like 1-0. So they're.
But are we saying that they all go through or no?
No. Like I feel like. Oh, hang on. Wait a sec. Because Argentina have just. So we've got. Let's have a look at this. Which group are they in? With Argentina. Okay. Hang on. Wait. So it's Poland, Argentina, Saudi Arabia, and Mexico. And Argentina. Oh, Saudi Arabia could nick in there, because Poland have got to play Argentina and Saudi Arabia have got to play Mexico, and that's the last game. So Saudi Arabia could,
because
if Poland beats Argentina and Saudi Arabia can steal a point, then not Argentina are going out. But I feel like Argentina are going to take that seriously. I feel like Argentina.
So
Poland.
can
Mexico can still go through as well, because if Mexico slaughter Saudi Arabia and Argentina beat Poland, Mexico could still come back and go through.
Can Saudi Arabia go through with Argentina, or is that not possible?
Yes. So if Argentina beat Poland and Saudi Arabia win.
Oh, okay.
I think So if Saudi Arabia beat Mexico and Argentina beat Poland, Argentina and Saudi Arabia can go through. If Poland beat Argentina and Saudi Arabia and Mexico draw, Saudi Arabia go through. If Poland beats Argentina and Mexico beats Saudi Arabia, Poland and Mexico will go through.
If Argentina draw, what needs to happen?
If Argentina draw, then Mexico need to win by at least 3 goals, and then I don't know if it comes down to head-to-head aspect. So at the minute, Argentina are on goal difference of 1, and Mexico are on -2. So draw for Argentina and Poland, keep that the same. Mexico would then need to win by 3 goals just to get level. So if they won by 4 goals, I would imagine they go through. Which is possible because it's Saudi Arabia.
It's goal difference, then goals scored, then head-to-head.
Goals scored. It's not. I've not got the stats in front of me fully. So head to head, obviously Argentina have beat Mexico the other day, so they've got the advantage in there. But any of those, Saudi Arabia and Mexico can't go through together, and that's it. One of them has to go out, and the other one can go through. But that's going to be an interesting one. Because Saudi Arabia would need to beat Mexico.
I want Saudi Arabia
to go
just
through, for goal difference.
But in terms of like a decent watch in the tournament, I'd rather just the big boys went through.
I don't think you'd have a bad watch if a team like Saudi Arabia went through.
That's what I mean, but like, see the big boys, you think Lewandowski, but Poland aren't the big boys.
No.
You've got Lewandowski. Same reason why you wouldn't really want Egypt in a semi-final of a World Cup, because although Salah's there, they haven't got much more.
I'm trying to think who Poland's are, like Lewandowski. Zielinski's having a boss season.
Yeah.
Like Napoli, that Napoli season's unreal. I was tempted when we were doing the World 11 before. I was tempted to say Zambo Anguissa.
Oh, okay.
Just because he's blitzing it with he look him Zielinski and Ndombele in a midfield 3 for Napoli are smashing it this season.
No, they are flying Napoli.
So I thought maybe he'd go in, but then I thought, is he that level? Or I don't know.
Well, thankfully we decided on those 11s.
Yeah, that can be settled. No,
yeah, we
don't need to go back into that. That was an ordeal.
We'll wait till we've got our degrees and.
No, so where were we? Well, I just got distracted. Oh, we were talking about the Argentina group.
Okay.
So I could see that'd be tragic though if Argentina go out.
Yeah, no, God. Need Messi in it.
Yeah. Like as much as like everyone's idealising that Messi Ronaldo final is like, and as much as that's like a bit excessive and you don't really need that. I feel like for Messi to go out in the group stage is just not good.
No, I want the Messi Ronaldo, but I want that early. I don't want that final. Portugal, Argentina seems like
I feel like that'd be an overhyped final.
It's an outdated one. It'd be like that'd be similar to like Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua having a fight now. It was like that's too long gone.
Yeah, it's not. Too much has passed. Too much has happened.
Joshua would have to win, and then even if he did, everyone would just be like, "Oh, it's been a few years." However,
Hmm.
I've lost all train of thought because I started talking about boxing.
No, so I can't see Saudi Arabia going through.
Saudi Arabia, can't see Saudi Arabia going through.
Well, then again, that's the thing, because if Mexico don't turn up for that game, if Saudi Arabia win, Saudi Arabia are going through, and if Saudi Arabia win, then it's going to come down to Poland via Argentina for an elimination match. That's going to change. That's going to change the game. That's going to be. I don't know if that game's coming up first. I hope that game's coming up first, because that's going to make Poland Argentina interesting.
Well, like that last 25 minutes, that Argentina game, they were fire at Saudi Arabia. Like they weren't just like, oh, they won. Like they were. They were on top form, like, to be fair.
No, I feel like Saudi Arabia got a bit lucky, maybe. Well, they've been better than I thought they would be, to be fair to them.
Got lucky in the fact that they could have been over 4 or 5 0 down in the first half.
Yeah, there's that true. Do you know what I feel like? I'm surprised there's no like Nigeria.
I think there was a hat-trick of disallowed goals in the first half alone.
I feel like that rings a bell, yeah.
I think Messi definitely had 1 or 2 off.
I think so, yeah.
And he scored the pen.
Yeah, because that's mad. Argentina took the lead in that game. No, did Saudi Arabia take the lead? I can't remember.
Let me paint a picture here. SpongeBob lifting weights, and on the bar he's got 2 teddies, and he's struggling for dear life. So that's Richarlison playing for both Everton and Spurs. Now, picture the bit where everyone sees him and he's built and he's got his juice arms.
His big floppy pink arms.
Yeah.
It's actually mad how his performance level changes so much. But that goal so far is the goal of the tournament so far.
I was sound dead. Get him. I hate him. Sounds like a right grouch me, don't I? Yeah. No, I can't stand him.
Do you like anyone?
Who else have you got to talk next? Well, you'll probably ask me about Kevin Morales next. Mel had
Jesus Christ! Why would I ask you about Kevin Morales? Why did he come into the ether for you? Fucking Kevin Morales.
Do you know
what's mad?
And El Hadji Diouf, the fucking
what was I saying before? What's the word when you like think something into existence? Manifest. I manifested Kevin Morales moving to Everton from Olympiacos. I manifested that. This happened a couple of times when me and Ben were playing FIFA, and you know when you'd like find a player who was like a beast. Yeah. He got an inform for Olympiacos and he went straight in my team because he was just like on the card he was just unreal. And most of my like early like football knowledge came from like FIFA. So when I talk, I'll be like, I obviously as a former Everton fan, I'd said to Ben, I was like, I hope Everton sign him, and then they did. And I'm trying to think, that happened with a good couple of players, and I was like, but the worst one, the one that was a problem for me that I manifested into existence was Everton signing Delph.
Because I was there for that reaction. That was
fucking hate Delph.
That was gold.
Right? I don't know why it's so irrational. I don't know what he's done to me. There's just this irrational hatred for Delph, and I remember saying to Ben, like, if they sign Delph, I'm done. And then a day later they signed Delph.
No, by far the worst one has got to be what one of my old mates done. Because we've been playing FIFA, and then we done randomised, so it was 3 square on a PlayStation on each country and then league and then so on and so forth. And we both ended up on Spain, but we both ended up in the 2nd division. Okay. And then when we done our randoms, we stopped, and I think it was Barcelona B and Real Madrid B. So we're like, time we got the El Clasico B. But when we were playing that game, and I hate myself right now, but we had Iago Aspas, right? And he had Gerard Deulofeu on his. Now at the time,
I thought Gerard Deulofeu was from the Barcelona B as well.
At the time, no. It was one or the other. Basically, anyway, in this game, they might not have been on either team. Basically, in this game, those two players were in this game.
Fair.
Me and my mate both sat there and were like, he feels boss to play with. And you're like, I reckon this is the sort of player that would go well, go down well. And then we even mentioned about Deulofeu and Everton. And said, he seems like he'd be an Everton player. And to be fair, went through and genuinely that season he both signed.
Mad.
Better man, Deulofeu was on loan the first time to Everton. And then
I think so. Yeah. I think he was alone. I think he was alone, like with a. But
regardless, to say,
promise to buy or whatever it was.
Just got a random phone call. I was like, "What?" He was like, "Have you seen?" I was like, "What?" He was like, "Everyone have got Jared Deulofeu." Do you remember? I was like, "Oh my god, that's
mad.
That's terrible."
No, he's doing well for Udinese now, I think.
Don't talk to me about either of those pricks.
No, I was half surprised that he's not in the Spain squad a little bit. Like, I don't know, maybe Udinese aren't doing that well, but I thought he'd be like as much as he's clearly like a bench level. He's not going to be in the first team. But I thought he'd be like a decent one to bring off the bench.
Yeah, you give him some polish and a wipe, and he can polish the bench.
Again, is there anyone in football that you like?
Trent. And you know what's funny about that? Everyone else hates him.
I think, right, here's my thoughts on Trent, right. I don't think he's a bad defender. However, he's got a reputation for being a bad defender, and because of his reputation as a bad defender, every time he makes a defensive mistake, everyone latches on it and is like, here you go, see, like this is like look at every single mistake that he makes is leapt on, and it's not like when Harry Maguire makes a mistake, but he's generally pretty crap anyway. Like, it's like Trent's actually pretty solid, except for like these moments, and he'll make a moment and it's just like one of them where like he'll have a bad moment and it'll be a goal, and then everyone will be like, Trent, like, see, Trent's a bad defender, and he's not really. It's like you make like mistakes happen, and they just happen whenever they happen to him. He just concede, and it's like, what are you gonna do? He's cursed.
Haaland scored 6 goals against Bournemouth, on his own.
Yeah.
And that's Trent's bad defender that caused that.
What, for Bournemouth?
Yeah.
I feel like City should give Trent a bonus then, innit?
No, I'm telling you right now, like, with the stick he was getting, Sunderland could go concede 3 goals, and everyone would be banging on going, well, that wouldn't have happened if Trent could defend.
Well, that's not Trent's fault because it's a different sport.
I suppose.
Like,
you know what else with your stupid fucking... Your stupid morals you've already broke.
Listen, we're
8 seconds into the podcast.
We're not going to talk about this, okay? My morals are as flexible as your geography.
My geography is extensive with football and ability, and putting it out of my brain, and it's not so great.
I'm boss at it, except when I'm not.
Well, you can't have a podcast without sounding like Michael Owen at some point.
It's a good point, yeah. No, you can't have a Michael Owen podcast. Like, I hope, please, can we not manifest that into it? I hope that doesn't happen. That'd be dull. Although, to be fair, no one would listen to her. It'd be dull.
Who's your first favourite player?
See, here's the thing, right?
Give me the history, but it's got to be no more than 4 players, and it's got to be chronological.
Okay. So
and it's got to be added, so if it was as a kid, it's got to be like
that. See, this is hard because I was late to football.
I know, but it can't just be like, I like them on FIFA.
See, that's the thing. That's where most of my origin of like.
So even if it
my
means...
favourite player to watch. Oh no, okay. Diego Perotti. What's the easy one? So I remember this. This is why Sevilla is my Spanish team. And the reason Sevilla is my Spanish team is because it was the first game I watched that was Spanish football that wasn't Barcelona or Real Madrid.
Okay.
It was Sevilla v Mallorca. I think it was 2-2, and I don't know what it was, but he was a winger, and that was where, like, as much as I was crap at footy, where I wanted to play at the time was it was being a winger and cutting inside and whatnot. That was exactly what he was, and it was like he was a little bit of a dribbler. I think as a player, his career was a bit mediocre. Like, I'm not going to turn around and be like, oh yeah, he's this, he's that, like, he's sick. But I enjoyed watching him, and that was my first my footy for a long time was like the World Cup and FIFA.
So I feel like,
and then I was occasionally I'd watch the footy when like my dad would have it on the telly, and it was one of these games that I just threw on because I was home bored, and I was like, I'm gonna see what's on, and that was the game that was on. I was like, I'm gonna watch this, and then I watched it. Took a liking to him as a player particularly, and that's that.
But see, I feel like our definitions of an idol are different because
that's the thing.
The fact that you've got into football that long, it's more a case of the fact that. So
I wouldn't say
my ones are gonna be so like even Leonardo was hysterical because he was awful. But I went to my first match when I was 5 against Grimsby in 1997. Yeah. Michael Owen's first hat-trick. That's all. Yeah. So in that time, I remember. I to this day, I don't even know why I liked him. But I remember, even Leonardo, I think it must have just been a childish, like, his name sounded funny. And then obviously Michael Owen burst on the scene, prick. So then Michael Owen then became the idol. So then he was there for so long. Thankfully, Stevie G then waltzes into the mix. Jordan, it wasn't an idol, but a weird thing. I like Dan Anderton, who played for Tottenham, and it was quite funny. But then, leading with that, obviously, Gerrard was the main one, and Stevie was the rest. But what I'm going at with the idol things is, so that's my club. I've like, from the age of 5, we've gone through that. Whereas, to equal what you said, like, so if we were putting into category the question, like, my answer to Perotti would have been Ronaldinho, because I remember watching him as a kid, and when people say Messi, Ronaldo and stuff, to watch Ronaldinho was one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. I remember watching like 4 games and thinking to myself, I have not seen him get tackled.
He just skipped over everybody.
He'd give the ball away a couple of times, we'd play a pass out. But I remember for 4 or 5 full games, I didn't witness anyone take that ball off him, and I remember being in awe. I've never been like that before.
To be fair, idolism isn't the right word that I would use, but like, I feel like I came into enjoying.
That's what I mean. I don't think you got it. I don't think you're a loud one. Not a loud one. I mean, like, I don't.
No, I don't think I've got an idol. Like if you're gonna pick my idol, it's probably just Messi. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how late I came into it. So it was like how unaware I was of a lot of things. Yeah. Like maybe a Philip Lahm came in there. Like, I remember recognizing him as like an unbelievable talent. Like as a right back as a kid. I don't know what it was exactly, but it was like I picked up on like obscure positions. You'd be like no one's gonna say like Lahm was probably one of the best fullbacks of all time. Like, I'm not going to say like, oh, he's the number 1, but he was definitely up there.
Definitely up there. There's definitely a legendary.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't really know who my I don't really have any like football idols, because I feel like I came into football a little bit too late to have them.
Oh yeah. That makes.
And a lot of my like players that I latch onto as like favorite players come from FIFA for bizarre reasons. So like my favourite player is Danny.
Hey!
From Zenit St. Petersburg and Portugal. And I don't know what it is. I always had I've always, through FIFA from like maybe like FIFA 10 onwards, I've always like wanted to build a Portugal team.
Oh,
That's been my ultimate team has always been a Portugal, and there's always been this like attachment to it for like I don't know where it's come from. There's no reason for it, and it was like he'd always be in my team because he was always like a top rated. Like he's rated anywhere between like 82 and 84 consistently, even though he played in the Russian league for like no reason.
Oh yeah.
But because he played in the Russian league, he was always like a 1200 coin player that you could just pick up right at the start of the game.
Oh. Okay.
And he'd last for me right until like 88 and 90 rated players became normal.
Yeah.
Like even if you came up against like a decent like an 86 team, I'd still have him in. He'd still blitz through everybody.
Oh,
like
absolutely.
he's like, and he did that for me like every FIFA for like 6-7 years. Like it was unreal. Like, and I don't know what it was about him.
The only two players I remember on that caliber for me on FIFA that were that consistent for that many years, two of them was Daniel Sturridge and Fernando Torres. Both of them on FIFA and Pro Evolution. Fernando Torres on Pro Evo and a bit of FIFA was incredible. And then Daniel Sturridge, like you were saying, even when he'd lead me all the way to the 90s, as an 83 and 84 race.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't believe it. Remember my stats going, checking his goals to his games played, and that's playing in Foot Champs as well not too long ago.
Yeah.
And he was keeping up there.
I feel like everyone who's played FIFA has got like an obscure player that you've just like attached to and just beasted like everybody for you.
I mean,
because my follow on from Danny in that regard was Bojan when he came back to Stoke. Like he I just picked him up like because he was a cheap starter player and he just did all the same things for me and I was like, how the fuck? like again, he obviously by that point he'd last until like everyone had like an 84 rated squad standard, like because he was a worse caliber player.
Oh,
but he'd still do exactly the same things. He'd still dribble through teams for me, and I'd be like he's the sort of player where like my goal during the game of FIFA would be to pass him the ball and just like on like the halfway line and just shred through teams for like no reason. But they were sick at it. It was like he couldn't be tackled.
See,
and then you get to that like edge of the box and just finesse it in the far corner.
See, one thing I miss being able to play the career mode on FIFA 2004. Best playlist ever. Like one, Check It Out. It's one of the songs
yeah.
Oh, it's got some top tier songs on that playlist.
But
not only that, like what I did love, if you get the ball with Gerrard anywhere inside the half and you shoot, that ball's getting smacked in the top bin.
Yeah. There were some players that could just hit the shots for no reason.
Don't get me wrong, it wasn't like, oh yeah, you'd win 45-0, but it was the sort of thing where if you had Gerrard and you were in that position and you knew and you just turned, you hit it, it was like it was going in, it was great.
Yeah.
It was like FIFA now, it's a bit more like, it's like a Russian roulette with FIFA. Like I know you can aim and you can do everything, but like how many times, my goal with, let's say you have to kick off spot, but like obviously not at kick off, like just in the middle of a game. Let's say you can pick the ball up with Gerrard there, and then you can run and in a diagonal towards the touch, like the byline towards the throw-ins. But as you're running to the left, you hit back with the right. Yeah. And you get that curve on it as well. Just like a sliced shot back on yourself. Yeah. They used to just go top bins every time. It was like my signature move. Stevie D was amazing at it. And then as the FIFA's progressed, Yaya Toure turned into me guy for that.
Yaya Toure was a monster.
So my formation when he played with Balotelli was the City one used to be a 4-4-1-1. Yeah. So I'd have Balotelli, and then I'd have Yaya Toure, and then I'd have the 4, and then the 4. But it was just, it's a peach. That team was amazing.
Yaya Toure was a monster.
Monster.
Do you know what? Here's the thing. Like he's
a destroyer.
He was easy to stop though. I say like a lot because you figured out because all he was right. So when he got going, you couldn't stop him. But before he got going, like if you could get to him, like as he's picking the ball up, if you can get to him, then he was slow.
No, but his strength though is what you.
No, but that's what I mean. He wasn't like like at the stage when he like first picked up the ball, he was like slow to move, like he was like a slow reaction. It was like a steam engine, but like as soon as he got going, like give him like 3 touches, you're not stopping him because he's just a tank.
There was a 2 or 3 season period where he was just untouchable. He was just.
But that's what I mean. Everyone let him get going. Like I
but it wasn't
every time. Like
going.
Like if you closed him down quick, you could like pinch the ball off him, and he couldn't do nothing.
When I remember in those first seasons, he'd get the ball, he was built different. He played bounce off him. Don't get the ball, just bounce off him.
No,
that's just bulldozed him.
That's what I mean. Like because he get going, he's got the momentum, and all of a sudden, like anyone would come in and try and tackle
what
him.
his issue is, they're the highlighting points from when he started to decline, because he wasn't like that for his whole career. But the times where I'm speaking about, he definitely wasn't slow to get going. It was anything but get the ball and burst forward. That's what he was doing. That's why he was in 4-4-1-1, playing as the second. He's not playing as a 6, no.
No, he was never 6. He was always like a box to box.
He was a 6.
6 a box. I don't know. I don't know what the numbers are.
No,
but
a box is a Fabinho, a 6. It's a central defensive.
Okay, fair. I thought he was more of a, because he got forward a lot more than like Fabinho.
That's what I'm trying to say. For like, because he wasn't there for years and years and years, like all the other ones where it was started like that, and then he ended up as the 6th of it.
Okay. Fair.
Toward the end, when he was unhappy about his fucking birthday cake.
That birthday cake was how true do you reckon that is?
Well,
how much have people put on that? How much do you think that's true?
Because it sounds petty. But I mean, if we don't know the let's say,
did everybody else get a birthday cake?
That's what I'm asking, right? Or did somebody else that week get a birthday cake? Or did more of the deal get made about? Or did someone forget to say happy birthday to him? Or is he just a fucking bitch?
I'd be very careful about calling Azori a bitch, because he's still a tank.
What's he gonna do?
I don't know, find you maybe. I don't know what he's. Wait, didn't he go down?
I welcome it. That's definitely gonna get us an alarm like that. That will definitely give us.
Didn't he? Am I right in thinking he went and trained with like a League 2 team for a while, for a bit of a kickabout season?
To be honest, I've no idea.
No, I don't think it was. That was.
I stopped paying attention to news like that the second I realised he could put in a bid on eBay for Roberto Carlos.
What?
He played for the Sunday League team for a £5.
Mad.
Someone bought Roberto Carlos for a £5 like about a year ago, and he played for them.
That's mad. That's got to be fair though. I feel like you would do that. Like that's got to be fun for Roberto Carlos. Like you've got to love footy if yours would be there. Like yes, and here's a £5. I can play for your Sunday League team.
How funny is that?
That's jokes. No. Do you reckon we could get him on the podcast for a £5?
Oh, I'm just thinking, Roberto, if you're listening, if you're one
of
our...
so all we've got to do is like go on like Fiverr or something, find out wherever he is, and just pay him. Like there's no way this Sunday League team just like like this Sunday League team must have sorted him out to be like, oh, can we get you to play and we'll give you a £5? How well do you reckon he speaks English, though? Do you reckon that'd be complicated? Or actually, do you know what? I reckon that. As if he scored. That's mad. That's jokes. But yeah, no. To be fair, that's one we could probably look into. But yeah, no, I reckon.
That's the dream there. We get Roberto Carlos for the £5 on the podcast, and at the same time, can we coerce Andrew Robertson and get their 2 greatest ever?
Do you know what? There's ambition. Can we get Roberto Carlos and Andy Robertson in a room together to do a podcast with us?
Listen, Robbo. Listen, Robbo. We'll sort Roberto out. We'll get him boxed off, mate. You just come here and learn how to hit a ball the way he does, and you're flying, mate.
Fair. That would be a good skill to take back to the Premier League, isn't it?
That's what I'm saying. It's the only thing he's missing now is the finishing. He's not poor by any means.
No, to be fair, his finishing's decent. It's just his long range shots on.
No, it's not. It's his luck. It's like every time he's about to pull the ball, I've opened my mouth and went, "Oh, this is a goal." And like he's just been, no.
What, so are you confessing to cursing him now?
I think he might be cursed. I think
Right.
it could be my fault. That's how it's almost like that.
Well, on that bombshell, that Danny has cursed Andy Robertson,
I haven't cursed him.
I think we should wrap up this first episode.
I think we should.
Yeah. So, I mean, if you listen this far, like, thank you very much.
And if you haven't, then fuck you.
If you haven't, like, yeah, fuck you. If you haven't heard this, you can.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully, like, stick around. Like,
Well,
like,
I mean,
don't
don't listen to
stick
that
around
advice because
but,
we're not going to be
you
here.
know, like, subscribe to whatever channel. Like, if we're on, I don't know if we're on Spotify. I don't know what them is. Like, yeah, just follow us wherever wherever the links are. I guess.
Drop a click on the notification button.
Yeah. And we'll speak to you in the next episode. Peace.
Peace.